Welcome to Linda's TV show. I greet you according to your time zone. If it is your first time of coming across this platform or seeing my face, my name is Linda and you are watching Linda's TV show. If you like what we are doing, kindly subscribe, put on your notification bell to all notifications so that you'll be able to know when we upload a new video. My lovely people, always share these videos. Always like and share. Ugo here, we react to all forms of videos, local, internet, especially what is happening in Nigeria and in Biafran land. I put a disclaimer that here in Linda's TV show, we do not promote misleading information, hate speech, violent or instigating war. We are to all forms of videos and we are here to inform, educate, enlighten us of the public about what is happening. Of course, I will always seize every opportunity to appreciate YouTube for creating this platform that we are using to disseminate this information to the members of the public. YouTube, thank you so much.
And I immediately intimated the sector commander that this is what is about happening, and he assured me that he will make deployment. After some minutes, I called him and he assured me that his men had already pinned down and they have spotted the Fulani grazing their cows, because that is what they usually do. Their modus operandi to attack villages and communities is to come massively, with their cows, and then of course the attackers will pin down and the cattle will go back. And that was the exact thing that happened last night. And so at about 10 p.m., there were some sporadic gunshots. They made an attempt, and so the vigilante that were on ground, and also the unit commander that is stationed at Soap, whom the people actually, commended the effort he made. They resisted the attackers at the first instance. And so at about 3 p.m. or thereabout, the 3 a.m. of this morning, the attackers regrouped themselves and came. And of course, they opened fire and killed as many as 27 people. Some were burned down to ashes at the pastorium. And it actually shocked us that despite the effort that some of the security made, we learned that there's another intervention team that was sent to come and respond or to add to the force of the security already on ground. We learned that those ones couldn't do anything. And so it actually baffles us that, of course, this is part of the collusion and the complicity of the security agents that have been sent to respond to a distress call, but they couldn't. And it led to this. And the people were calling. They said, please, sir, could you help us? And of course, there was nothing. So we are calling. We are calling for investigation into the activities of those that were sent afterward. But we must commend the STF operatives that were stationed at Soap, because if not that they have stood their ground, the actually fatality would have been higher than this. So we are calling that we are Nigerians, and in this general area, all farm crops have been destroyed. Like last night in Jol community, they went and destroyed over 30 farmlands, completely mowed down. This did not only happen in Jol, it also happened in Mbati. It happened here in Rinyan the same night.
Has there been anything that triggers this?
There is nothing, my brother. It's just act of terrorism. A terrorist does a terrorist need to be provoked to unleash mayhem on innocent people? They are killing everybody, and these are terrorists. It must be admitted. Government must admit that terrorists have infested and have formed their enclaves. Mahanga is 1, Bangen Fulani is 2, Jebu is 3. This general area, and as well as fast, and with information available to us, which we have intimated the security, that they are brought in, as at last week, they brought in 5 hillocks of attackers into fast. We were thinking that there's going to be a rapid response to have those people arrested. All the information we got is that the people that came for wedding, which wedding, and even went from the informants that were there, they witnessed these people, and it was from there they went to attack so many places. So we are dealing with attackers who are bandits, who are terrorists, who are armed Fulani militants, not Fulani hate men. It must be known. And if government will not rise up to the occasion to guarantee the safety of lives of people, I tell you, we have no option than to resort to safety, because it's constitutionally provided. And we cannot be killed. We are not created to be killed. We are created to live and serve God in our own land and enjoy our constitutional right. But today, we are living at the mercy of the bandits who are here. If it were a Fulani killed today, the whole community would have been ransacked. There was an allegation day before yesterday that a Fulani man was killed within this area. Military came and invaded this place. They came and ransacked the whole place. They are looking for a corpse of the Fulani, and that is the modus operandi of the Fulani. Whenever they want to unleash mayhem, they will frame up either a cow is rustled, or a cow is killed, or their kinsmen are killed. And then there is no establishment. If it is the truth, why wouldn't they allow security agents to carry out discreet investigation to unravel that? But of course, that was the same thing they did when they attacked Rim community within last week, and they killed 2 people. And we have not heard of any arrest. We have not seen anything. But our boys are currently in detention. That we arrested with nothing in their hands, and they are currently in detention. So what are we saying? Where on earth will this kind of injustice ever be perpetrated and then go free? If not because in this country, if not in this part of the country.
Thank you.
So we are calling that all our youth that have been arrested for no just cause, for not in possession of anything, should be released with immediate effect. We had already calmed the youth down, because otherwise this place would have been a pathway. Because youth were ready to block the road, to tell the world, to tell President Tinubu, to also tell Barrister Caleb Mutfwang, the executive governor of Plateau State, that enough of what we are seeing in this general area. We cannot continue this way. Enough of it. It must stop. Government must rise up.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
You have heard it. This is another part again, and these also are Christians. This is another part of the problem. These also are Christians. Every video I'm playing here, they are from different areas, from different sections, from different areas, different sections, different corners. People are complaining. Christians in the northern part of Nigeria from different sections, and these videos are in there. Different angle complaints are coming, and it's pointing at one people: Fulani terrorists, Fulani terrorists, Fulani terrorists. And the government hand is always seen in it. All the videos I've played about complaining, you hear the people talking about the government sponsoring, the government being part of it, the military coming to be colluding with them, the military not doing anything. In any place they go to attack, you will see eyewitness account. They will tell you that the military did nothing. Sometimes they stand by and watch. Sometimes you call them, they don't respond. And this is another one here from Pastor Elduba.
Oshun, Fulani, Ekiti, Fulani, Sokoto, Fulani, Kasina, Fulani, Kaduna, Fulani, Plateau, Fulani, Benue, Fulani, Taraba. Are you the only tribes in Nigeria? You are not the only tribe. There is nothing like profiling of a people. I'm a Fulani man. I'm a grandfather of 8 grandchildren. And we just have to speak the truth. The Bible says you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. As long as we continue to glouse over the truth, we will never get the answer. And I want to say this to our security men: until justice is done, there will never be a solution. If you get a Fulani man that is a killer, deal with him as a killer. If you get a bureau man that is a killer, deal with him as a killer, and this will come to an end. But you don't give certain people advantage over other tribes. I respect the people that have hosted me, even though I am an indigene of Plateau State, because I was born here. My children are grown up. I have 8 grandchildren. But yet we respect the people we met on ground. In Maiduguri, my hometown, the people that come to meet us respect us. When the Boko Haram started in Maiduguri, it was us, the indigenes, the people, the Kanuris, who came together and said, this thing is among us. And then we started getting on, and then we raised the civilian JTF. That was how Boko Haram was dealt with. Kanuri man would bring his own children and said, Gashina ena chikin Boko Haram. And that was how we dealt with it. Mayati Allah Association, 80% of the responsibility of the genocide is on you. You have the 80% answer. Because if today Allah says this genocide will stop, it's not herders and farmers clashes, intentional genocide, terrorism, and that must stop. It must stop. I'm not happy to move as a Fulani man and my tribe is being profiled. My children, when they travel out and Fulani, here Fulani, there Fulani, I am a proud Fulani man. I am a proud Kanuri man. It's just like when Boko Haram started. We're not proud of it. Why should it be from Borno State? But then we decided to fight it. I am here to say, Nigeria, we are not honest to us.
These people, known as the government of Nigeria, are the constituted agents by the Europeans, I mean the British, to continue extracting these minerals over their interests. And the same people that they constituted over the power as the state actors today, known as the Nigerian government these days, they are this same set that came earlier before this time over the same interests on the same minerals. This is what our people should know, that two giant enemies are standing over what God gave to us or blessed us with. And so at this time, they say that at a point when the people came up and was like, no, I have discovered this, the gameplay of the game going on. And then he was trying his best to see how we could really get our freedom. Now, what happened? The people gave him a fight, and finally they discovered that they cannot really get the Biafrans. They are an ancient set that God has given so much strength that they cannot defeat. That we are not, they are not a match to defeat us. And so they were like, okay, what are we really going to do? They devised a means that we call divide and rule game. And then they have to start buying up some of our people, making agents internally from within us. And then to use them, because they know that it is only us that, it's only our people who knows us and knows our tactics together that can fight us. And then they create that infighting, and then we keep fighting here and there, we concentrating over what we are supposed to concentrate on, and while they keep on extracting our minerals, which is in their interest. And the whole thing will now we are not moving forward, we are being stunted. Magnitude, are you getting me? So now the one danger here, the one danger here is that the enemy outside is not actually a problem, because when we stand unitedly, the enemy knows that it's not a match, he can't stand up. And so what we are facing, our problem now is the internal enemy. That is our problem. The internal enemy is our problem. And how do we really sit and strategize? We strategize to see how we can deal with this internal enemy. Because once we are able to stand our ground and fight this internal enemy and kind of subject him, then our problem is over. Our problem is over then. Because as long as they continue pampering these internal enemies, and the people there are, continue sponsoring them by bribing them, buying them up, and then they are fighting us internally. While you are going to fight the person, you are feeling that, okay, this is the stranger, this is my real enemy, and then your brother is tapping you at the back. And then you realize you are not succeeding. You realize the enemy is now like, okay, he's the one on top. So if we can sit down, like I said, strategize and re-strategize against the internal enemy, subject him, then everything is over. Victory is sure immediately. So the whole thing, no matter the noise, we will make plenty noise and all of that. The people we are talking to, like most of these the international communities, already have the interest on this same thing we are being blessed with. What is really exposing us to this danger and problem is that thing that we are being blessed with, that thing that God blesses us with. That seems to mean that ourselves that own the things that have been blessed with this, we don't even know what we are being blessed with. That is what is exposing us to the danger we are facing. And the person or the people they said complicating the whole thing for us, like I said, is the internal enemy. That was why earlier I mentioned we have two giant enemies that we are facing, and yet three. So the number three is that internal agent that has been made by these two giant enemies from within us to fight us, because they know they are the ones who have the same strength we have. They are the ones who know our fighting tactics and all of that. So if we can strategize, we strategize against the internal enemy, subject him, our problem is over. So I don't know how I want to buttress this, but this is the fact, this is the reality. And this is just what we have to look into, nothing more. And once we are able to like come to this point and come up with initiatives that will really make an end to this, you realize we will no longer have enough time to waste like we are wasting enough time here and there, and then the people are like advancing time to time. So I made a super chat before this time. If you check it, you will see. I pointed out this. So I have a lot to say, but as I speak with you, let me just point a little thing. In Ecom State, Biafra created state, in Ecom State, from Old Cross River State, gold is being discovered in several communities.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure you saw the topic I was treating. I was treating the Christian genocide and how it relates to Biafra land.
Yes, that topic I saw it.
The genocide that is happening in Biafra land, and how the connection between both of them. Because what the world is talking about now is the Christian genocide. That is the talk of the town. That is what everybody finally they have keyed into it. But at the same time, they are separating it from genocide in Biafra land. So we want to create that awareness to let people know how these two things are. Two things that are one that you cannot separate. They are one thing. The objective is one. What the question is one. The people.
Yes.
Different people.
Yes. The Christian genocide. Why I am going this way is this. This Christian genocide is just like a cover up on the other hand, if I have to say. Why did I say so? Only before now, when Usman Dan Fodio raised empire to fight against our people within this geographical space, before even the colonial masters, you realize then there was no Christianity. And the same interest that I am pointing at, which is what we have been blessed with, that is exposing us to this danger. So at that time, there was no Christianity found within this geographical space. It was after our people forgave them a fight and defeated them, then the remaining ones now withdrew to go and reinforce. On the process, the colonial masters came in It was the colonial masters that brought Christianity so that they will use that Christianity and weaken our people to enable them conquer us and still, grab these mineral resources from us to enrich themselves. So whenever we are talking about these things, we should go down to the roots and genesis of it. I don't know if you get my point, sir. I really understand the topic.
Does the genocide that is happening in another part of Nigeria now, do you see any connection with it, with the genocide that is happening in Biafra land?
Of course, it's a connection because everything together, like I said, is still these mineral resources. They really want to take over the whole of this place that is called Nigeria today. They want to take over because of what is inside the ground. They want to take over. And that is the reason why they are killing the Christians. Because the Christians doesn't believe what they believe. And so they have to eradicate them so they can continue with one belief and gain what they came in for. So that is just the whole thing. It's connected together, no doubt. But the truth about it is they came in to take something. They came in for something. They want to take something. And that is what is inside our ground that God blesses us with. The mineral resources. And see, Mazi Chief, like I was mentioning the Econ state in Cross River State. It's a newly created state by the UN. The same minerals is going on here. And who are the people here coming in, privately to mine this gold? The Fulanis are all over this place. Massachusetts, you get my point. The same Fulani we are talking about that used to sneak in like that, coming in, subtly, and then until they gain ground before they strike. The same people have taken over all of these villages I am mentioning in income states because of the gold that is being, discovered here. So we are talking about the same thing. So this is the genesis of it. And as we have just come into these villages to occupy because of these minerals, before you know what is happening, the clash will come in. And they will start terrorizing the people. And at the end of it, they will refer it to a clash, just as they have been saying. From even the videos you have played before now. So they will tactically come in, project out when they have fully gained some ground or maybe stayed for maybe a year, 2-3 years, sometimes a little above that. And then they will now come in like a small clash just to see how they can start killing the people and to eradicate them. And how is that class going to come in? They will now cover up with, our different beliefs. Because in the whole of Biafra land, our people believe on Christianity. And they themselves believe on their jadi, whatever. So they will now use that as a clash. It will start like that. It will ignite like that a little, like a clash between, Christians and the Muslims or whatever. And then that's where the whole thing is going to start. And the same terrorist government of Nigeria that is being piloted by the same Fulanis will come in and side them. This is the problem we are facing. Let this truth be told. Unlike one of these Fulani man mentioned, he said, know the truth and the truth shall set you free. So this is where we are. You understand?
Thank you, Barbara. Thank you so much for your contribution. You've spoken well and your point is noted. I will always try to create this awareness to let the world know that whatever is happening in the north as Christian genocide has everything to do with what is happening in Biafra land. That genocide started long ago, all the way from 1966, mainly through the pogrom. It was targeted at one thing, and one intention is what they have, to take over the land, to subjugate the people. That is the intention. The people they are fighting against today, they were aware of it. They were part of it at a stage. They were part of it. But eventually, they couldn't be able to penetrate. But today, it is very clear that the federal government of Nigeria is the one carrying that act of terrorism in Biafra land, while the terrorists are in the north doing their bidding over there. It is the same project that they are pursuing. And I hope that the whole world will stop separating these two things. They are one. When they are talking about one, they should link it up. It is one thing. If you want to cure a cancer, cut it out completely. You don't have to begin to treat it. You cut it out completely, and that is it. My brother Christian, please speak on. Let's hear you, Christian, if you are there.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Morning. Yeah,
No.
okay. You know,
Yeah, I can hear
network. Network disturbed this morning, so but and I did busy slightly too, but I just want to say a few things regarding this the killing of Christians in Nigeria. It's without a doubt, one goal is just the same objective because everybody, obviously, the goal is to Islamize the entire Nigeria, and there's no how you will achieve that having Christians in the way. So you will start from eliminating Christians, and Biafrans makes up about 90-something% Christians. Everybody knows that. Even those who are traditional believers, one way or the other, they are connected to the same faith, Christian faith, and so it just the world. If they fail to call it for what it is, that is also because most likely the British government, who sees Nigeria as their business center, of course we know what they want, and they want to remain as Nigeria because they are the beneficiaries. You know, it's their business empire. The oil, that is their main target. That they feed fat on that, and yeah. So obviously, you can say the waste at large. They feed fat on the natural resources coming from Biafra, which oil and gas. And they also know that if the country, if Biafra gets their independence, all that stops. It comes to an end. Therefore, they will not mention. They will be saying the Christian, the mass genocide of Christians.
Oh, we lost bro Christian. Please send back your request, bro Christian. We lost you. Try and get back so that we can get your submission. Bro Christian, try and send back your request. We lost you. Send back your request so that we can get you back. Okay. Okay, welcome back. Go ahead, my brother Christian.
Yeah, man, choose all the network. I don't know what it is, but we can't be discouraged. We must continue to try our best. You know. So like I was saying, yeah, there is, but it's all coming out slowly but surely. They will all come out because it's there's no way of separating it. The two are just the same. And to solving it is just allowing the Biafran nation to have their freedom. That is just the solution. There's no two ways. You know, it's fascinating because a few days ago, whom when he spoke, when he talked about the Igbo elders connection to Nnamdi Kanu's incarceration, we agreed 100. I personally agree with you 100%, and that is just a fact, right? But at the same time, he was asked just maybe 2 or 3 days ago, he was asked about the statement from Bima, and he rejected it. He did not acknowledge it. He said it's not true. Now, but that is the problem. That right there is the problem.
Imagine.
President or whatever. But
he joined them to endorse former headers clashes.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he's saying that it's politics, blah, blah, blah. So, but the thing is this, yeah? You cannot speak the truth halfway if you are to be believed. And if you want to be a president or whatever, you have to be able to go all the way, speak the truth, a whole truth, holistically. But that half-truth business is not going to fly because even Obasanjo, whom is one of the people that created the problem in the zoo, do you know that Obasanjo said it that there's an agenda, there's plan to Islamize and colonize Nigeria? Are you aware of that?
Of course. Every one of them have confirmed it.
Okay.
All of them, those people who were on the top of power in that Nigeria, the people that matters.
Okay.
They have put it show already to begin to, this. That is where we disagree with them. That is where we see him as a politician.
Yeah.
He is still trying to make a landing space for himself.
Yeah.
For being the president. There are certain things he will say. He will not get one vote from the North.
Exactly.
He still need that vote from the North. That is why he is now restricting himself from using certain languages.
And anybody who is either unwilling or is not brave enough to go all the way when it comes to speaking the truth, then there's something wrong. Then obviously you can't possibly be a man to be trusted. In as much as you speak, in as much as you speak truth sometimes, but the fact that you are turning a blind eyes to truth, glaring everybody in the face, the truth that everybody sees, the people who are insiders, they have come like Kule Olawumi, that Yoruba guy who came and said that there are people in high places in the government that their main objective is to show that they can Islamize Nigeria and turn Nigeria into the Taliban style. This is his word. He said he knows them. He worked with them. And
this is somebody who was an insider.
Exactly.
He said I killed for Nigeria.
Yeah.
I took life on behalf of Nigeria.
Yeah.
So he's not speaking as maybe somebody told him. This is something he even interviewed people.
Exactly. He told them. Yeah. And he told them that.
Is it because your president does that means that he has information more than other people?
Yeah, he invited them. He told them that, look, that for you to know that there are these people inside in high places of authority, that every Friday they are the one making it possible that they will open the gate of Defense Academy, Georgia, and the rest of it, and then and they will come in there. That is where the terrorists come in, and they know the terrorists when they come in. They come and they carry out what is it called, inspection and inventory, sort of, right, into the whole things, and that is where they were able to. They can come in and invade.
Strike anywhere they want to strike.
Exactly. So he said, these people, and their names is also there for the government. Now, so obviously, when it comes to Showore, this is the problem. And like I always said, the fact that he speaks truth on something doesn't mean that we don't know his situation, his position. And for me personally, I can't possibly give him a whole a pass, because if you are unable to speak truth, you because you want to be politically correct, or because you want to be on the good side of evil, I'm sorry, it's not, it doesn't work with me. So, but Tinubu himself, I think it was either this week, he went to Imo State in the company of his co-criminal, a 419 criminal, Hope Uzodinma, and Tinubu, his drug trafficker, saying that, I don't know if you're aware that he described IPOB as terrorist organization, Tinubu himself, right? Now, but he is the one who is parlaying, he is working with the terrorist group under his nose, the terrorists with arms and everything. They will come and they will have meeting with terrorists under his own government. Under his own government, the Hamas, they are finding a safe haven in Nigeria, coordinating. Hamas coordinating with the Boko Haram and the SWAP and all in Nigeria, and him, Tinubu's government, is coordinating with the with Boko Haram and ISWAP and all these terrorist organizations, because what they want to do is to control the narrative, the action and activities of these guys. Attack here, don't attack here, slow it down here, just to manage it out. Therefore, he's working with them. And the Canadian court has also pronounced the same.
Pronounced and confirm what they are.
Yeah, that they are. So obviously, the words of Tinubu does not hold water at all, even in the international community. Because if a country like Canada, they are called pronounced that his party, his government, and the PDP, that they're terrorist organization, what more far do you need? So obviously, it's very obvious. And given the fact that the Tinubu and his government, they know where the terrorists are. They have meeting with them, and they don't want to do anything with them. They're just pampering them, dishing out money to them, just to make them, So it's just crazy. But the good thing though is that all eyes is now on what is going on in Nigeria. But I also know one thing, bro. This is interesting, and that is that those people in government, in Tinubu's government, who are coordinating with the terrorists, they are because they on the field, you have the active terrorists on the field. Then in the offices, in the government, you have the terrorists who are there strategizing with them, telling them when to attack, when not to attack, how to attack, and how not to. And they're also following the events around the globe. So these people, we know these things. No anybody coming to like some of these paid YouTubers who are raw news online coming to say that Tinubu will restructure Nigeria, that Tinubu will do this, that Tinubu will create state police. They are all lying to themselves. Tinubu cannot do anything. Tinubu is only trying to be in the good book of this Northern Caliphate, these jihadists in the north, So, but it's going to backfire on all of them. It's just going to blow up in their face. One of these days, these same terrorist boys, they will march up into Abuja, into Aso Rock, and they will do what they want to do, because the military and the police, they will just stand down. They just be on stand down order, and they will come in and do what they want to do. So obviously, nobody can be fooled into believing that Tinubu's government is fighting terrorism. No, they are not. Trust me, Tinubu is not fighting terrorism. He said it himself. He said if he fight them, they will kill him. There's a woman who asked him, if you remember, before the election, yeah? What was it? I think it was during the election or before or after. I can't remember.
During that election time, before his election as a president,
exactly. Tinubu said himself,
what is there for them in the north?
Because the woman was complaining about high-level insecurity in the region. And Tinubu said that if he said that they will kill him. So, obviously, he has but for me, quite frankly, it's no different. They are just all in the same. Do you tell me how this Tinubu government can say they are serious about fighting terrorism? How can you say they are not the same if they left their camp, come to a meeting with the governors, under your nose, and you don't order the military, the Musa and the rest of them to go into that camp and bomb the hell out of them, and you turn around? Come on now. So it's just it's a waste of time. But there's no doubt the end game is to Islamize Nigeria. That is just the gospel truth, and there's no in between. Every other thing that comes along is complementary. The poverty in the country, the misrule, the misgovern was intentionally created. By the way, if you check, since ever, those that have been ruling Nigeria are mostly the Fulanis and a few Yorubas, and they've not done anything to create an environment that will assuage or discourage criminality, terrorism, banditry, and the rest of it. No, they're not, because they know that with the high-level poverty, with high-level horrible situation in Nigeria, it will only foster their agenda. Then how they can buy up people. A situation like that, they can ask for Uzodinma, who was a criminal, 419, they can call him to and say, okay, we will make you the governor of Imo State, but this and this and this and that you must do, and swear an oath that you uphold it. That is as a result of because this Islamization agenda has been on the works for many decades. Of course, not many decades. When they had that Abuja, even before the Abuja Declaration, they've seen the need to take over Nigeria, to make Nigeria an Islamic country. And they've done so many things behind it, including the military logos, including the money, including so many. I mean, sometimes you can't even remember the areas in which they've penetrated, infiltrated to pave the way, to make it possible. Do you know that the Muslim ticket, it wasn't an easy thing, because in the history of the zoo, they've never had a Muslim president advice. You know that they've never.
Not the first time now. It's the first time.
Exactly.
The project, the very first time.
Exactly. So people,
they just tested the water and they succeeded, so they can go further to pursue their caliphate.
Exactly. Well, that is the thing. They are just, test run. They are test running everything. This is what it's all about. It has never happened before. A Muslim, because part of their calculus was that with this now, they can just roll it over on everybody, Exactly. And that is what is happening. Even though it's not quite as fast as they would have liked, right? So, but that is part of the disappointment that they also feel with Tinubu, that Tinubu is not rolling it as quick as they would have liked. But the truth of the matter is that Tinubu, because he's calculating that he's a Muslim himself, Tinubu is a Muslim. So by the time he manages out his tenure, whatever happens. But it may not be, his tenure may not end. That 8 years is aiming now may not end before what is going to happen will happen. Because trust me, all these P2B or Tinubu and the Showore, when they come and say this, if you become president, P2B or Showore, how are you going to do? What exactly are you going to do with this ISWAP and the Boko Haram? How are you going to get them to make a U-turn? It's never possible. Are you mad? There's no way they will turn around and say they're no longer pursuing the Islamization when they are so armed, better armed than Nigerian soldiers. A few ones that are not among them, they are on the top. They are leading everywhere. And
their members have been put in important positions in the military.
Yeah.
Are you going to come in and sack all of them?
And in the Senate, they have people in the Senate who are the Boko Haram still in the Senate. They are the coordinators, they are sponsors, they are financiers in the Senate. And the National Assembly, same goes. And because those people are being heavily sponsored by the bank, the Tajid Bank and some of this Islamic bank that has infiltrated the country. And when I dig deep into Lesotho, the closeness between him and Sanusi, Sanusi, the former CBN governor.
Yeah.
That's when I knew that all this whole bull crap from Lesotho, it's just a ruse, pure ruse. I'm telling you, these people don't know where it's coming. He's coming now to pacify people. I'm the governor of Nnamdi Kanu very soon. Well, I think yesterday also he said that very soon. Very soon. How soon is soon? Going to 5 years or more than that. Nnamdi Kanu has been there. You are saying very soon, very soon. So when is these people, they think they were stupid. We are not stupid, But again, at the end of the day, the good thing is that the zoo will crumble. It will crumble. It's coming. It's coming without a doubt. But we must continue to make this noise. If it's noise, whatever it is, we must continue. We never give in. Thank you so much, my brother.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you for that wonderful contribution. Bro Greg is just coming and we're almost rounding up. Bro Greg, take the mic and speak to us. Let's go ahead before we leave. Are you there, Bro Greg?
Okay. Mazi, good afternoon.
You're welcome.
Yeah, my greetings to every Biafrans today again.
No, Greg.
Yeah, my brother Chris. We thank God for today again that we are here talking about all the evil people who are terrorizing Nigerians, terrorizing Biafrans, holding our leader Maz Nnamdi Kanu, holding our leader Maz Simon Ekpan, and many others. So, there is no other thing we can do than to continue holding on with God. We believe Him that He will see us through, and He will see Maz Nnamdi Kanu and Maz Simon Ekpan through. There is no other option than freedom. Our prayers goes to them. Yes, I carefully watched all the clips you played, and my problem with all these Benue people, the Plateau, and the rest of them, my problem with them is they continue weeping and crying and calling the same people that are killing them to come and rescue them. That is my only problem with them. Every time I watched the Plateaus, the Benue people complaining, there is one of them that is working with me, one Benue guy. So what I call him is Nigerian man. Every time he's on another department, most of the time we don't see. So, but anytime I see him, I'll call him Nigerian man. He'll call me Biafran man. So when we have the opportunity to discuss, then I will be telling him that their people are crying and weeping, and they are waiting for Tinubu and the Mustafa and the Shetima to come and rescue them because they are dying, which is 100% impossible. So, we, that the Biafrans, that they are killing as well, fighting for our freedom, why the international community is using the language Christians, just as we discussed it yesterday, if they mention the Biafrans, it will, they must talk about Maz Nnamdi Kanu. And because Maz Nnamdi Kanu is talking about freedom, they are taking advantage of that very word. They don't want to hear it. Today, Britain, Trump went to Britain and he denounced the mayor of London because the man is a Muslim, and the Muslim is what Trump doesn't want to hear with his ear. So for him, every person that is called himself Muslim is a terrorist. I myself, I see it in that way as well. I'm sorry to say it. So, but the issue there is, in all these things that they are showing on the television, I don't think Nigerian television is showing it in the way they're supposed to show it. Because if they show it, then it will trigger international condemnation, and interest will start coming. So that's why they don't show it most of the time in Nigerian television, because it will be a national problem. So, but all these things that is happening in the every part of the both in Biafra and there's some part of Nigerian countries, part of the Nigerian states, and all of them keep quiet, expecting Tinubu to come and save them. It's impossible. So, like when I have this discussion with the guy, he was telling me about what can they do, that they have boundary with this one, they have boundary with this one, they have boundary with this one. If they say let them go, which side would they go? And I asked him, I said, You're asking me which side you will go. Okay, don't go any side until you find yourself completely destroyed by the terrorists. Then I asked myself, how many population did Luxembourg have? What is the population of what do you call it? Iceland. What is the population of Malta? Are they not bold to be called a country on their own? If Benuans want to free themselves, they want to call themselves a country, will they not be able to stand on their own? He said, yes, of course. I said, okay, what is holding you? You people are not supporting the Biafra to stand on your feet and support Biafra. And you are not, he doesn't want to go to the north. And he doesn't want to fight for your own freedom until you find no more Benue. So, does it make sense? He was looking at me, he didn't answer. I said, does it make sense? If you want, why not support the Biafrans to be free? And there is no way Benue will succeed except Biafra is free. It is only when Biafra is free that Biafra will stand as a country and they have to Benue and all these plateau to fight for their freedom or for them not to be killed anymore. But as long as everybody is in the basket of Nigeria, they will be killing you and nobody will help you. Because Biafrans, we are fighting for our own freedom, doesn't want to be slaughtered anymore. But it cannot stop. And why it cannot stop is because the other people that you recognize the genocide, like this, you said Obasanjo recognized the Muslim who want to Islamize Nigeria. But they don't want any division, they don't want to do something very important. So what they want the Igbos to come and fight for one Nigeria and fight for other people to stop the genocide. So, because anything that Igbo did not stand to fight against, it will not work in Nigeria. That is the problem. So, that is the core they are trying to do. That Igbos are not supposed to be fighting for Biafra, they're supposed to fight these Fulanis for one Nigeria. I told them they are fool. We can no more continue dying for Nigeria. We have died for Nigeria enough. So, if they are angry for their killings, they should stand up and defend their land. Because there is no way police and army can save them. Every politician I hear one of them come there to say, talk one thing or the other. It's only to calm them down, but they cannot save them. And the people will continue killing them. How many weeks ago did they have peace with terrorists? Did it work? The answer is no. Because they have gold. So did Erufai not spend billions when he was governor of Kaduna State? Where not those billions he spent in Meti Allah and to ask them to stop killing? Where are those money? So all those things are just they are only, he just gave them money to buy weapons. Simple. And they will come out and be telling you he's against the terrorists. It's not true. So the earlier that these people stand up, the more better for them. That is my only message to them.
Hello, my wonderful people. As we have finished watching this interesting video, please, I want to see your comment, your contribution, your opinion in the comment section. Like I said earlier, let us do it constructively. Tell me what you think about this video that you have just watched, and also about the platform. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please remember to subscribe, put on your notification bell, share this video, and remain blessed.